Hello everyone, welcome to presentation how I went from bench to being a European champion, and also welcome to Waterpolo University. I would like to start with one question. What would you think if I told you that no matter where you are right now with your Waterpolo career, that until you're 18 you would be able to play for any Division 1 college program in the USA? If that sounds impossible, that's fine. I'm here to explain you step-by-step system how I did the same thing, going from the position of a bench warmer to being a European champion and as well as a Division 1 student athlete. So when I was 14 or 15, I was 5.8. I had weight of 165 pounds, and I was barely getting any playing time. I didn't have any trust from the teammates in my decision making, so they didn't really feel confident in passing me the ball. The coach wasn't really confident putting me in the game as well. But as the time was going, my size didn't change, my weight didn't change much, right? But I changed. I developed a 3-step system how to start growing as an athlete and really use all of my potential that I had, and even more than that. And that's exactly what you will learn today. Those 3 steps that changed my Waterpolo career. So the first one is going to be how to stay consistent and never miss a practice using a simple fixed versus variable schedule. The second thing is number one mistake that we have in our mindset that is really holding us back from reaching our maximum potential. And the third part is what core fundamentals you need to master by the age of 14 if you are planning to play at really any kind of serious level of water polo. So let's start firstly with how to stay consistent and never miss a practice. So here I'm going to use this quick presentation, and I'm going to explain what are variable and fixed schedules. So as the word is saying, variable is something that is changing, and fixed is something that is really same all the time. So let's use an example of a baby that wants an ice cream. So I'm going to start by day one. Baby is going to start crying, and in order to get an ice cream, the baby is thinking, okay, I need to cry and I will get an ice cream. So the first day, the baby starts crying for 10 minutes, still doesn't get an ice cream. 30 minutes, still doesn't get an ice cream. And then the parents are saying, okay, on 31st minute, here you go, just don't cry anymore. So on the second day, the baby is realizing, okay, this is the path that I need to follow. So now I'll be crying until I get an ice cream. So 10 minutes goes, 30 minutes goes, 45, 1 hour. After 1 hour, the parents are again, okay, here's an ice cream, just stop crying. So what does that make baby think? That on day three, the baby just needs to cry long enough, and then the reward is going to come. And this is the variable schedule. So sometimes we give an ice cream after like 10, 30 minutes, sometimes after 2 hours, but it's just really the time that is changing. The reward is always there. So at the end, baby gets an ice cream if the baby cries. On the other side, if the baby on the fixed schedule, on day one, the baby is crying for 10, 30 minutes, 2 hours, doesn't really matter, and the baby doesn't get an ice cream, then it's going to realize, okay, crying doesn't bring me an ice cream. So I need to change something, but in this way, I'm not going to get an ice cream. Okay, so we understand this difference. On day two, here we have happy parents, obviously, and now this is you thinking, okay, why does this matter for me? So let me translate this into athletic way, how it's going to be part of your life. So if you are on variable schedule, let's say you have practices and you have certain amount of practices a week. And let's say you put yourself on a variable schedule. And one day after 10 days of swimming and conditioning, you're being a little bit tired. And you're thinking, okay, should I miss the practice? You don't miss it. But then on the next practice, you're really tired. And because of that, you miss that practice. And then after that, really everything goes downhill. For what reason? Because every single time when something else is happening, or also you feel tiredness, your subconscious mind is going to be thinking, oh, maybe I could miss the practice today, or maybe it's not going to matter really if I miss one or two. And that's really going to make it harder for you, that whenever you feel something that something isn't right, you're going to question, should you go to practice or you shouldn't go to practice. And that's going to make your life way harder. That's why I'm asking you to get on a fixed schedule, as I did a couple years ago when I was 15. I said, okay, no matter what is happening, I'm going to go on practice, and I don't have this second thought. If I'm tired, if I'm busy, if anything is happening, I'm on a fixed schedule, which means that there are no excuses in missing a practice. So if you are extremely tired, you're busy with school, you have sympathy, all of that doesn't matter, because you are on a fixed schedule and you still go to practice, because there are no excuses in missing them. So when you're on fixed schedule, it's going to make your life way simpler, for the reason that you will not have any other option than doing the practice. So whenever the second thought is coming, you're going to be understanding, I'm on a fixed schedule and I need to go to the practice. Why is that important? Because it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter if your mom and dad are national team coaches. If you are not consistent with your practices, there is no way you can play this or any other sport. But this one especially, because it's in the water, it's different kind of movement than any other sport on the ground. So consistency is the key. And this fixed and variable schedule helped me really remove the second thought of maybe not going to the practice. And also, if you miss one practice a month, that accumulates in course of 4 years, and that really adds up. It's a lot of practices. So you cannot allow yourself to miss any practice. Consistency is the key in this sport. And since I started doing this, the coaches saw that no matter what is happening, I was there, I was on the practice. And they started appreciating that, as well as my teammates. And of course, other than that, I started improving way more because I was there every single day. So this was the first part, how to never miss a practice. This little change in thought process really can help you in decision making, go to practice or no. So now we're going to move to the second part, equally important, which is that really whatever is happening in the pool, during the game, during the practice, it's your responsibility. So you want to take responsibility for whatever is happening in the pool. So here are the phrases that you need to remove completely from your dictionary. It's not my fault, he made a mistake, he didn't pass me the ball, coach hates me, referees are against us, the other team is too good. Because all of those things are something that we can change. But we want to focus on the things that we can change. And now, by this shift in your mindset, you will see how you are able to think differently about the same situation. So, it's not my fault. What could you do differently in the situation? My teammate didn't pass me the ball. Did I open up properly for it? Did I call loud enough? I'm not tall enough. Okay, I will do everything else possible. I will be the fastest person in the pool. I will be the strongest person in the pool, and I will exactly understand my positioning in the defense and in the offense. This is the way that you are going to take control of your own career rather than blaming somebody else of anything. So whatever is happening, it's your responsibility. So this is a good one that I didn't get picked because they like him more or he is better. I will work so hard until there is no doubt that I deserve to be picked. So you want to put 120% effort, and then there is no problem when the coach is thinking, okay, should I put this person or this person? And this is the way that you need to approach every single challenge in the game. So you need to understand that you are responsible for whatever happens in the pool. So now, when you have the person who is coming to the practice every single day, no matter what, every single practice, not missing anything, and at the same time, that player is taking responsibility for whatever is happening in the pool. If somebody else made a mistake, that person isn't yelling, hey, why didn't you pass me? That person is saying, okay, I should have moved in a different direction. When you start going in this direction, the coaches will see you completely differently. Your teammates will see you completely differently. And you will be able to get more playing time and play with more confidence because you're somebody who is there all the time and who is taking responsibility for whatever is happening in the pool. Moving on now to the third part. If you're there every day, if you are at the same time taking responsibility for everything, but you don't put effort in understanding the basics of water polo, it's really going to be hard for you to execute properly. So you need to understand that there are a couple things in this sport that you need to master before everything else. So you cannot even think about the skip shots, about the backhands, about anything fancy things until your fundamentals are perfect. Because if we want to have a really tall building of 65 floors, we need to have a really good base. In Waterpolo, our base are those fundamentals. Once we master those, we are able to move forward and to put more floors on our base. But if our base isn't very well done, it's going to be really hard. And if you really didn't learn body position by the age of 17, that's about it. You can't fix it anymore. Because if you do something in a wrong way one time, you need to do it in a good way 3 times just to make it a positive zero. So if you're doing it wrongly by the age of 17, there is simply not enough time in your water polo career to fix that unless you're going to play until you're 45. But usually you want to master those things by 14 and then build other things. Body position, both shooting, passing. This is something that water polo is consistent of that. Spacing in the game, equally important. You can understand what to do, when to do it, but if you don't understand where to do it, it's really hard to use your maximum. Ball receiving, you need to understand your purpose in defense. You shouldn't be guarding water, which is that you are not guarding anyone, but you're just standing there. You need to understand why you are doing what you are doing. Consistency, as I mentioned, if you are not consistent, you are not able to play the sport. And it's very simple. Not if you're not consistent, you're not showing up every day, you can't play the sport. And then the last is communication with coach and teammates. You want to really master those skills by the age of 14. And all of those courses will be in Waterpolo University. So they're going to be well in detail. If I was about to speak about each of those, it would take us multiple hours to finish this. But core fundamentals, these are a couple of them that I took out that are really something that you cannot move forward if you don't master those. So now let's speak a little bit about biggest lies, because there really are lies that are holding you back. And through my experience of playing, also coaching, those three are the most common ones that athletes are trying to use as excuse, and they're really not correct. So the first one, I need to be huge and strong. I really emphasize huge and strong. I need to be big. People are thinking that you really need to be big and you really need to be strong in order to succeed in this sport. It's not really true. Technique and consistency will help you much more. And actually, if you just rely on your strength, there is always going to be a stronger player. You're definitely not the strongest person in your age in the world in this sport. So if you don't know the proper technique, you will not be able to overcome the challenges when somebody else is stronger than you. And on the other side, technique is something that you can apply against any kind of players, against anyone. I was 5.8 and 165 pounds, and I played at a high enough level of Waterpolo. So this excuse is really not working. Uh, Again, technique and consistency are something that are really important things. So if you are not tall, if you are not heavy, if you're not super strong, doesn't matter. All of those things can be changed with some other qualities that you can deliver to the team. The second one, and I think this is the most common one, I need to be on the best team in the area. In the best team, and I say in the best team, it's best team as the name, and also best team as the letter next to the team. If you are 12U, A, B, C, D, doesn't matter. What you need right now is only playing time. You need experience and you need minutes in the game. That's the only thing that matters for you right now. If you are being in the worst team, but you're getting minutes, you're getting experience in the pool, it's going to make you a way better player than if you are sitting on the bench of number one ranked team in the country. So what you need right now is playing time. I coached a lot of players who played for 14B, 14C, and by the time when they were 18, they were able to go to colleges, Division 1, 2, or 3. It doesn't matter. You need to focus right now. You need to focus on getting more playing time, getting more experience, and really you don't care about the letter in front of your team or which team is that in general. Even if you are playing in a really good team, after some time that team is going to separate. You're going to have more challenges, and if you were used to playing with super good players, now when you're supposed to be a leader in a new team, it's going to be hard for you because you're used to somebody else setting up the actions for you, but now you need to do it by yourself. So really, I would even say that it's better to be in a little bit lower quality team where you can play more and have more of a leader role until you are 14. Later, it's a different story. But for now, it's really important playing time because this is a marathon, not a sprint. You're only 10, 12, 14, eventually 15 if you're here. And there is a long run for you until you are 18 or 19, until you go to the college. And then the third part is, it's not for me. I don't have the talent. my shoulder isn't made for this sport. I'm not, I simply don't have enough potential to succeed. It's completely false. And I'm telling you that 100% because I don't think that I had any kind of talent in this sport. And I still managed to play in D1 and also to play for national team. So it's not that I'm just telling you story that I saw on the movie. It literally happened in my life. If you have the proper system and the strategy that you're following, 100% you can achieve any variable level that you want. Unless you want to be top 5 players in the world, that is the moment when talent is going to play a role. But don't don't hold yourself. Don't hold yourself because you're thinking that you don't have the talent. If you if you start being consistent on practices, you never miss one practice. If you take responsibility for whatever is happening in the pool, and as well you master those fundamentals that were ordered there, if you accumulate that work over 4 years, it's impossible that you cannot play for any Division 1, 2, 3 collegiate team in the USA. So now I'm giving you two choices. The first one, as you're younger, you can experience it on your own, try new things for months, years, hoping it's going to work. And as I mentioned before, every mistake you need to do 3 good ones in order to make that positive 0. Or the second one is you can just take the proven system that worked for me and just follow that path. So it's very simple. Whatever I did, I also saw for somebody else. I didn't make up that system. I didn't found that system by myself. This is common system that athletes are using. So just by joining university, I'm going to give you the clear path that you need to follow to achieve any kind of dreams you want as a Waterpolo player. So from today, I'm going to open up the registration until August 1st. And also all of the lessons are opening on August 1st. So we're going to be on hold until that time. But why is it good to sign up now? Because I'm getting only 30 spots for the basic membership. And if you sign up in the next 72 hours and use a coupon code BASIC1, it's going to be 50% less forever. So for $10 a month, you're basically going to have a clear path for success in Waterpolo, as well as the support as you're having a private coach next to you all the time, and also a community of the other athletes that are trying to do the same thing. You can do that by simply going to the site and waterpolouniversity.com, going to offers and just going to basic membership and just entering the coupon code BASIC1. The next plan, which is great, is available only for 20 spots. And why is it less? Because you have everything included in basic, but you also can record yourself using the techniques that are explained in the university. So you're trying to do, let's say, shooting drill, and you'll be able to send me those videos, and I will send you the personalized feedback what you need to change in order to make it better. Also, those can be excerpts from the game that they're trying to use something from the school and you're applying it to the game, and I will also send you the feedback for that, what you need to fix. So also for next 72 hours, use coupon code premium1 in the same, you're going to be using the same way as before to arrive there. And that's going to be just $25 a month to get the personalized feedback on whatever you do that we are doing in school. So it's going to help you a lot, and it's going to save a lot on your cost on different kind of camps and different kind of activities, that basically you're just going to have a clear path, clear videos, and I'm going to send you direct feedback what you need to fix. And the next program that I have is going to be limited only to 5 athletes, and it's going to be one-on-one mentorship program. So I spent around 16,000 hours in this sport, both coaching and playing. And after seeing one game and seeing a couple of the drills that I will ask you to do and send me, I will review those. And in 2 hours, I can build a personalized plan from now on until the rest of your Waterpolo career, what you exactly need to fix if you want to play at the highest level. So this is going to be limited only to 5 athletes, and in 2 hours I will build you the Waterpolo career program that is 100% going to work. So if you don't want to go through all of the lessons, if you're thinking that you want to save some time, use this program. It's 70%, 65% off if you use the code champion1 at the checkout. And it's going to be also for the next 72 hours only. So if you're serious about becoming a champion, I would recommend you just choose the proven path that is already working, or on the other side, you can experiment, do it yourself, and also let me know how did that go. I really want to hear that as well, and learn more from everyone's experiences. Thank you very much.